This revision video is on Christian attitudes towards the use of animals in medical research. Now, one of the key questions we have to ask when looking at this topic is there a difference between human life and animal life? Well, we're talking about life, so let's look at the sanctity of life from a Christian point of view. How do they feel towards animals and humans? Well, basically there are a few principles here that we can use to sort of argue both points. For example, human life is precious, so that's obviously favouring humans, and the fact that God has a plan for every human life, again, points towards human life, so they're more important. However, look at some of the other ideas. Life is God-given, which would suggest all life comes from God, equally important. Life should not be destroyed, thou shalt not kill. So again, could that be human life, but as well as that, animal life? And all life deserves respect. So again, that's all life, made quite clearly from that. So again, looking at human and animal life. Well, let's do a simple equation, okay? So, humans versus animals. Let's ask the question here, key question, which is more important? Well, basically, because we are human, our answers are going to be pretty clear. Humans are therefore more important. It's our species. That's how we feel. Now, Christians would agree, but they would have some reasons for this. They would start off by looking at how God made humans compared to animals. In fact, that God gave humans a soul, but He didn't give animals a soul. He gave us something extra in creation. Supported with a quote here: "The Lord God formed man from the dust from the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living being." That's from Genesis. So we were given that extra. They'd also use the quote, again from Genesis, talking about the fact that God made us in His own image, in His likeness. So again, didn't make animals in His likeness, made humans in His likeness. Also the fact that humans are given this idea of, or responsibility of, stewardship, so to take care of others, in this case take care of the whole planet and everything in it. So humans have definitely been given sort of more important roles. Best quote to use would support this would be the "Rule over fish, seas, birds, every living creature living on the ground," which quite clearly shows humans are in charge, because we are told to rule over. Let's not forget the fact as well that Christians, are okay with having and using animals for meat, supported by the quote here from Genesis again: "Everything that moves will be food for you." Now let's bring in the idea of animal testing, because also we need to understand how Christians feel towards using these animals in medical experimentation. Well, very clearly, and let's make it simple, Christians accept animals used for medical testing. Why? Because it is basically improving human life, so therefore it's morally acceptable. Anything that benefits us is good. I mean, take a look at these two pictures here. I think it speaks for itself. Now, the church groups, main church groups, Church of England, Roman Catholic Church, all would agree with this and support the use of animals in medical research for that very reason. However, they would say that at no point during this time should those animals be treated cruelly or abused. That would be a misuse of that responsibility. Now, some Christians individually will be against animal testing, but that's purely for more kind of personal reasons. They could use things like the Golden Rule and Agape to support their reasons. Treat others how you want to be treated. That means any living being treating fairly. They might also even go as far as use 10 Commandments, "Thou shalt not kill," saying that doesn't specify human life, it's any life. Now, let me just go back to the key points. This is what you need to remember. All Christians and in the Christian groups support the use of animals in medical research because it is contributing and supporting human life, which is more important.